Right. Now, if we apply the same principle of improving on parts as we improve the whole sa business, okay? Ikaw na to. This is the business. You might own the business, you might be a member of the business, okay? And this is the goal of the business. What are the goals of a business? Primarily is to make profits. Yun naman ang goal ng any for-profit business is to make profits, right? Now, there are many ways to get there, but the most direct way for you to reach your goal is to deliver your goods or services to as many people as possible. Makabenta lang marami, sa madaling salita. The easiest way to get your goal, uh, good quality persuades customers to buy. Good quality retains old customers to buy again. Good quality improves reputation and attracting more customers. That is why quality matters, you know. With good quality, this separates your business from your competitors na bad quality. Okay? But then again, since we're talking about EQM, right? The business reaching its goal is not one direction. The business is composed of many functions, of many departments, right? Hence total. Pagdating sa total quality management, our goal is to look at the functions, every functions of the business, how it contributes to the business as a whole. All right? So total meaning all the parts, all the functions, the departments, the people, you know, improving on the weaknesses and making opportunities on strength. This subject is not about, for example, supply chain management, quality and management. This is not about customer service, quality and management. This is total quality management. Right? So what is quality? Quality, for the reference of this course, quality means delivering goods and services that meet and exceed customer expectation. That is quality. Okay? Quality goods, quality services. As long as we meet their expectations and their demand, and hey, we might even be able to add value, that's good quality. All right? And management, as the term management, bilang mga management students tayo, to manage is to plan, to organize, to control, to implement, and evaluate the needed changes based from feedback. The goal of management is to ensure that every plan is taken into action. No, there's control functions, meaning na yung in-implement natin plan, we get to control them. Do we put more? Do we put less? And we should also evaluate kung nandun tayo sa management. So we could know what needs to be further improved. So for a business to achieve its goal, no, it must improve on itself first. Then its offerings will improve. Okay? The quality of output is determined by the quality of input, right? It's a continuous cycle. In business, you may say that this is technique, but overall, this can also be a mindset. Okay? But as you could tell, sinabing total quality management, again, total, it's not the work of one department. It's not the work of one person, the leader, but all people, lahat ng tao sa organization contributing to quality, right? And in quality, once they produce quality, they give data. They help management determine what are the weak points, what are the strengths, what needs improving, and what needs expanding. Okay? So far, so good, class? Okay naman?
Yes po.
Yes po.
Yes
Okay.
po.
So, sinisimplify ko Thank you. Sinisimplify ko yung what TQM is kasi honestly, this is a very complex subject. Kung natanggap nyo yung pinadala kong material, pag binalikan nyo yung intro, ang daming mga tools, mga history, ganun. Ang goal ko, I'm pretty sure that you're doing your own research and actually you should, is to simplify this. So, ito yung diagram natin. Business, for it to reach its goal, has to provide quality goods or services. But the business is composed of many dimensions, and if one dimension fails short, right, the entire business entity may fall short in providing quality goods or services. Kung ang business ay isang tao, di Diba? Kunyari na lang na hindi gumagana ang aking tiyan. Dahil hindi gumagana ang aking tiyan, kaya ko siguro mag-work for now. But in the couple of minutes, hours, days, maaapektuhan yung buong organism in general. Management allows management allows us people here to apply managerial functions such as planning, controlling, and evaluating. All right? Sige. Miss Rona, kindly pa-mute mo na ng mic natin, Miss Rona.
Sorry
Thank
po,
you.
sir. Pindot.
Okay lang. Magpo-push up ka. Joke lang. Alright. So, what is total quality management? Again, my goal is to simplify, and I would, simplify further. What makes TQM as a technique, not just a mindset, as a technique, different to other process improvement techniques na may encounter nyo? Siguro narinig nyo na yung word na lean, yung kaizen, Lean, Kaizen, Six Sigma. Those might be interchangeable, pero ang common denominator ng lahat is to improve on processes. Ang pinag-uusapan natin for this course is total quality management. So, TQM is an approach, a project technique for kunyari, isa kang consultant. It's a project technique if you're trying to help a business improve. It can be a strategy for a business owner or a mindset, as I mentioned, for anyone. That focuses on continuous improvement, and ito yung determining factor which makes TQM customer satisfaction across all organizational levels. It focuses not on the outcome alone. What is the outcome? Na madalas to make big profits as soon as possible, but to continuously improve the organization in terms of creating more value for all. Okay? Not just the customers, but also the employee. Customers are just the reference point. Sila yung magiging goal natin, how to provide quality for them. But in doing so, in the journey of providing excellent quality na quality pa customer service, yung mga tao na involved, they also improve along the way. Alright? It's not a zero-sum game wherein habang nagbibigay tayo ng quality service, napipiga naman yung mga empleyado natin, nasisira naman ang mga sistema natin. Lahat nag-i-improve, lahat nakikinabang pagdating sa TQM. So as I mentioned, TQM is customer focus, meeting on customer needs and expectation. Right? Customer focus meaning TQM as a technique, principles on prioritizing, understanding, meeting customer needs and their expectations. The success of a business is measured by how well it satisfies the customer. Kasi again, customer, they might be the end goal. Customers are also the mediating factor. If you satisfy customers, they buy more products. Buying more products leads to profitability. If you have more returning customers, customers buy even more products na binili na before. And again, that's profitability. If you satisfy customers, nagustuhan nila yung brand mo, naghatak pa sila ng other customers from your competition, that again is also your business increasing its profitability. So TQM is always customer focus. Okay, customer focus doesn't mean na customer lang, all right? Because it also takes into consideration employee involvement. Okay? Employees at all levels are encouraged to participate in quality improvement efforts. Their insights and contributions are vital for identifying issues and implementing effective solutions. So under TQM pala, it's not just a top-down approach wherein yung leader lang magsasabi siya ng gusto niyang mangyari at lahat mula sa ibaba, susunod lang. Sa TQM, it's bidirectional. Meaning yung mga nasa ibaba, mas malaki ang importansya nila getting the data, getting the feedback up to the top management, and wherein the top management plans at saan nila titrickle down. Employee involvement. Sa TQM, there's this thing called employees as internal clients. Sa aspeto na to, employees as internal clients. Meaning employees, if they're not satisfied with their co-workers' work, employees, if they're not satisfied with other departments' work, pwede nilang ibalik. Okay? So, importante dito na ang empleyado rin, nasa-satisfied din sila sa ginagawa nila. Alright? So, yun. That's another principle in TQM that makes TQM TQM. Okay, the third one is process optimization. With process optimization, the focus is on refining and streamlining business process to reduce waste, okay, bawasan ng mga pagkakamali, increase efficiency, meaning getting from point A to point Z without further delays, and improve overall quality. If you get to reach from point A to point Z, kamusta naman yung quality na ang ginagawa mo? Right? So, it ensures that every step in the process adds value. Lahat ng mga pinagdadaanan na step ng isang produkto may halaga. Walang redundant, walang extra step because extra step may cause extra cost. Walang errors as much as possible because then again, errors also incurs extra cost. And as much as possible with 99.9% efficiency. Right? And the fourth one is continuous improvement. Under continuous improvement, parang sa pinag-usapan natin, this involves the ongoing effort to enhance products, services, and processes. The goal is to make small incremental improvements that lead to better quality and efficiency over time. Continuous improvement. Hindi siya isang bagsakan ng improvement tapos papabayaan na lang natin. With continuous improvement, as a principle of TQM, it's more of a slow game. Slow but simultaneous game. Yung sa pinakita kong mga departments ng business, for example, pwede kang mag-improve ng mga maliliit na bagay sa mga aspeto na yan and allow it to cook simultaneously. Ang goal is while every departments of your business is improving, right? Hindi lang yung department na yun ang nakikinabang sa improvement niya, kundi yung mga iba-ibang part pa ng business, right? Continuous improvement. So itong apat na to, always remember this, what makes TQM TQM, what makes this course unique, customer focus, employee involvement, process optimization, and continuous improvement. Any questions ba? Any questions, class?
Wala po.
Wala na.
Wala naman po.
Okay. Kamusta delivery ko? Okay naman ang delivery ko sa inyo?
Yes po.
Okay, sir.
Po, sir.
Sabihin nyo lang kung inaantok kayo, ha? Sabihin nyo lang kung nakatulog na kayo. Tulog na kayo. Paano nyo sasabihin? Sige, sabihin nyo lang kung babagalan ko ba yung explanation. Alright? Okay? So far, nagigets nyo?
Yes po.
Yes po.
Okay. So, ano ibig sabihin ng total sa TQM? Sagot.
Tanong, sir.
Anong ibig sabihin ng
Bale,
total?
nag-focus
Yes,
po
sir.
sa all function and peoples po.
Yes, sir. Okay. Anong ibig sabihin ng quality in TQM? Miss Joyce. Yes.
Ano po? Meeting or exceeding expectations?
Yes, that's quality. That's quality. All right, that's quality. And ano ibig sabihin ng management sa TQM? Si Miss Rona. Para may iba. Miss Rona.
Ano po siya? About po siya sa planning, implementing change po.
Yes, exactly. So total, lahat, quality, giving yung goods and service natin that, provides net positive kasi quality. Hindi naman siya bad quality management. It's total quality, good quality, and management. Meaning we get to know the data and capitalize on it. So people are involved dahil nandun ng management. Total quality management. Simple na ba? Na-simplify ba natin? Okay naman, na-simplify? Okay.
Yes po, sir.
Good. So, tapos na ako. Joke lang. Okay. Pero syempre, before we move on, we have to pay our respects to the pioneers of TQM. Okay. A little bit of, turn muna tayo sa history. Pero di bale, this is not a history course. I don't like history personally. Pero we have to pay respect to history. Kailangan mo na tayong tumingin sa pinanggalingan bago makarating sa karoroonan. Tama ba? Hindi ko lang kung tama. I think na ganun. Pero anyway, let's pay our respects to the history of TQM. So, before it was called TQM, in the early 1900s, si Frederick Taylor, a pioneer in scientific management, he introduced efficiency and standardization in manufacturing. Kasi naniniwala siya, he implemented time and motion studies. What is time and motion studies? This is simply understanding how an object moves from point A to point B, from point B to point C. Siyempre, as the object moves from point A to point B, maraming factors that could affect it. May mga delays ba? May mga errors ba? All those things. And as the object moves from point B to point C, again, maraming panibagong factors. So, ibig sabihin, it's not constant. If you do time and space studies, time and motion studies, you look at the time, you look at the motion. So, Frederick Taylor was a pioneer of this. Na-apply niya ito sa manufacturing because manufacturing, your goal is to lalo na in line manufacturing. Line manufacturing wherein your goal is to produce as many quality outputs as you can with minimal time and with minimal error. So si Frederick Taylor, he studied this. He simply studied, how things move in time and in motion. But this was the start of data-driven decision making. Ibig sabihin, as the object moves from point to point, you need to gather data. Siyempre, paano malalaman yung oras, paano malaman yung quality, and all those things, no? So this was the beginning of a data-driven decision making mindset. Mindset ako ng mindset. Mindset pagdating sa production. So, it led to the improvement of efficiency because with time and motion, nalaman nila kung saan may mga delays. But it also reduced work exploitation and accidents. Kasi with the data that they gathered, they learned that in each stages of the production, or their employees being exploited. And when I say exploited, na mabigat yung workload na binibigay sa kanila kumpara sa mga ibang empleyado na pare-parehas lang pala yung yung sahod nila, di ba? Ano nga yun, snappy or lousy, same salary, di ba? So nalalaman nila kung ano yung mga differences and they get to adjust accordingly. Also, this helped in reducing accidents kasi again, with data na nako-collect, mas nagkaroon ng boses ba ang empleyado in this aspect, even though wala pang HR na panahon. So, in the 1930s, Walter Shewhart, he introduced statistical quality control. What is statistical quality control? If you go back to the course of statistics help us predict by using a model, by using a computation. It helps us predict with 95% to 99% confidence interval if A will cause B. Siyempre, with 99.9% confidence interval, you could almost always be sure na pag nangyari ang A, mangyayari ang B. But that's in a perfect world condition. It's not always like that. Maybe there are 95 confidence intervals, there's 80, there's 60, there's 50. The point is that when you know a confidence interval using statistics, you know what to improve. Anong kailangan, ano yung unpredictable aspects ng yung business, particularly in line manufacturing. So, Shewhart, by introducing these statistical methods, he managed to monitor and control production using control charts to detect variation, laying the foundation for a systematic quality control that, we could use to manage the outcome. Para siyang mga sinaunang version pa ng Six Sigma, which I'll get to as we move along. So in the 1940s and 50s, Japan adopted and expanded quality management. Pero prior to this, Japan already had the principle of Kaizen. Familiar kayo with Kaizen? Narinig niyo na yung salita na yun?
Hindi pa po.
Yes.
So Kaizen is a philosophy, is a way of thinking. Kaizen means that you can improve you can improve just about anything in your life with incremental steps. So it's like TQM, pero mas sinauna pa. And Japan already had this mindset even before TQM was formally coined. But then again, Japan, dahil obsessed sa improvement, they want to improve how they improve. Pagalingin, paano sila magiging magaling palalo. So, that's very meta. After World War II, Japan adopted and enhanced their quality principles, again like Kaizen, leading to the innovations of Toyota. Kung familiar kayo with the Toyota production system, what makes Toyota different among all the other car manufacturers, ewan ko na lang dahil humahabol na ang China, is that Toyota, they don't measure the success of their vehicle by the goal. Sa madaling salita, ang focus nila ng quality ay hindi mismo sa sasakyan. Ang focus nila ng quality ay sa parts that make the car. Tinitignan nila kung okay ba itong gumagawa ng gulong, kung gumagawa ng chassis, gumagawa ng mga makina. And by improving on all the parts, you create a product which is, better, which is better than the expected outcome. As I mentioned, the whole, right, the sum of the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. Ayun ang mindset na sinet ng Toyota under Kaizen, the Toyota production system. More so, na-improve nila yung mga turo ng mga Americans from Demings and Uran, right? By integrating just-in-time manufacturing system. Narinig nyo na ba yung just-in-time manufacturing, JIT? Na-encounter nyo na ba yun? Anyone? JIT, na-encounter nyo na ba sa class?
Yes po.
Yes.
So may idea kayo what JIT looks like, di ba? Bawasan ng inventaryo. Bawasan ng inventaryo by being efficient and effective in the assembly. And also being effective in your communication when the next batch will come in. By reducing your inventory, you are reducing inventory cost. You are reducing the potential of inventory damage. You are also, improving the process. Literally cutting the fat of the meat. Pag binawasan mo yung taba nga sa karne, mas lean yung karne at mas functional kung tutusin. Toyota had this principle of just in time, as it's called, just in time. Dakating na yung mga parts na to, just in time na patapos na yung sasakyan. Alright? So yun na nga, it's also the start of low waste, zero errors, and no delay approach. So yun. And in the 80s, TQM was formally coined. Okay? It was coined by Demings from US Statistics and Uran from Western Electric. And the coining of TQM allowed Western companies to use this technique then in their business. So bago siya nag-gain popularity sa US or Western countries, nag-gain popularity siya sa Japan, and upon seeing how it served Japan, the success stories of Japan, Western companies also applied this, okay? And with the formal coining of TQM, okay, finocus ni Deming and Huron ang customer satisfaction, employee involvement, process involvement, to stay competitive. Kaya yung mga pinakita ko sa inyo a while ago. So yun na lang, sa madaling salita, in the 80s, TQM was formally coined and it gained popularity in the US. Now in the 90s and the present, there are maraming mga spin-off techniques na na-produce out of TQM, such as Six Sigma, which I would teach you naman by almost by the end of the course, and also Lean. TQM evolved by integrating with Six Sigma, Lean, creating comprehensive quality and efficiency approaches. Ang trends right now is leaning towards the use of artificial intelligence to determine mga needs area. Also AI to provide statistics. Other trends are sustainability and personalization. How could the business personalize its TQM techniques na patok para sa negosyo na ginagawa? Okay, so again, throughout history, you will find many versions of TQM. I-Google mo lang ang TQM, marami ang lalabas. Yan, minsan makikita mo siya as a Venn diagram, yan, tulad yan. Minsan makikita mo siya as himay-himay na parts, tulad nitong nasa kanan, 8 parts. Some would simplify, some would integrate, some would dissect further. Pero ito lang ang gusto kong maalala nyo. Well, aside na, syempre gusto kong maalala itong buong usapan na to. Pero kung may mapipick up kayo for today, itong apat na ito, what makes TQM TQM, okay? That it's customer focus, has employee involvement, process optimization, and continuous improvement. Common denominator of TQM or any lean principles, any improvement, total quality principles is that how do we improve the people? And when I say people, these are the employees, the leaders, even the business partners, and even the customers. You're in the business of improving your customers, adding value to their life. Also, how do we improve the product? By improving the product, how do we improve the process, the plan, the management, and the system? As I mentioned, gusto kong i-simplify palalo itong TQM. Under TQM, how do we improve the people? How do we improve the product? All right? So, if you think like this in your business, then you think like a TQM expert, no? This is how we will think in the next weeks in our courses. At yung paraan na pag-iisip natin habang nagpipresenta kayo. Paano yung topic nyo nakakaambag sa ganitong klase ng pag-iisip? How do we improve the people? How do we improve the product? So if we see a problem, pag may problema, we have to know the root cause. Diba? Kasi diba nga, in a business, maraming departments, maraming dimensions. It's like knowing not only the symptoms. Okay? Kung may sakit, ang simptomas, hindi yun yung mismong sakit. May root cause yan. Kung nilalagnat ka, hindi lagnat yung problema. Pero, ano yung root cause ng lagnat? Maybe sleepless, maybe with bad diet, maybe with stress. So, that's just a way of thinking when we talk about TQM. Also, if we see an opportunity, we'll try to see how it contributes to all the parts of the business without compromising another. Kung may makita tayong oportunidad para sa isang parte ng ating business, subukan natin i-capitalize yan. But in capitalizing, kailangan makasigurado tayo na hindi natin nakokompromise yung mga ibang departments. So, if we think like this in business, then TQM transforms quality, okay, into a competitive weapon. Not just quality to reach a goal, but a competitive weapon driving excellence and customer loyalty. Sabi nga ni Aristotle, quality is not an act. Quality is not an act, but it's a habit. Quality is not something that you do one time, but it's a habit, small habits that you do every day. Excellence is not a skill, it's also an attitude. Now, if we don't think like this in our businesses, then if you neglect TQM, this invites chaos, inefficiency, and loss of market opportunities. All right? So far, so good?
Yes po.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, if you think with total quality management in mind, right? You transform quality as a competitive weapon, as I mentioned, driving excellence and customer loyalty. Example businesses. Kuha ko ng mga example businesses that capitalize on TQM are this. Again, Toyota with their just-in-time, diba? Naalala nyo yung sa just-in-time, by reducing on inventory levels, they improve in their efficiency. But it doesn't mean na reducing inventory levels, bawasan mo lang, diba? Reducing inventory levels means finding the right timing, knowing when to zig when they're zagging, and knowing where to zag when they're zigging. Parang ano siya, well-coordinated na orasan. Ang orasan, every small and large parts as they move in unison. Ganun ang ginawa ng Toyota. And how do you determine that? You get data. No? Ano yung may lag, ano yung mabilis, ano yung mabagal, by accurately hitting right? Accurately hitting how the parts connect with each other. You're leaner. You don't create waste. You don't create errors. In the case of Toyota, you don't create inventory as much as possible. Another example is Motorola. To my knowledge, sila ang pioneer ng Six Sigma. Okay? A TQM approach that tries to reduce all the defects and improves the process quality. Anyone here familiar na with Six Sigma? Anyone? Kung wala, sabihin nyo wala.
Wala.
Wala po.
Okay lang.
Wala po.
Sagutin nyo naman yung tanong ko. Para hindi naman ako parang kausap ko lang. Kung wala, sabihin nyo na wala. Okay lang naman. Hindi ko naman kayo bawasan ko lang grade. Joke lang. Hindi, kung wala, mas okay. Actually nga sa klase, kasi ako, I teach not just this one, I also teach MMA, mixed martial arts. So martial arts class ko, pag sinabi kong may idea ka ba kung paano ang striking, kung sinabi nilang wala, mas okay. Kasi among all the other people, yung taong konti ang alam, siya yung may pinakamaraming makukuwang halaga sa ensayo. Kasi siya may pinakamaraming natutunan eh. Provided na talagang natuto siya, provided na talagang nakinig. Kung nandun na, walang nakinig, tumagos na sa kabilang tenga, sayang na ang binayad. So yun nga, pag nagtanong ako kung alam nyo, kung wala, please answer. Okay? Thank you, class. Right, so moving on, GE naman, General Electric. What GE did was that they applied both TQM and Six Sigma. So, teka, going back pala, sorry. I asked kung may idea ka about Six Sigma. Six Sigma, in a nutshell, it's the science of using statistics to reduce errors. The term Six Sigma is a statistical term meaning for every 1 million units produced, there are only 4 to 3 errors. Okay? Sa bawat 1 milyon na bagay na i-produce mo, 3 o 4 lang ang mali. Malaking bagay yon. Ang goal of Six Sigma is to, again, reduce that even further. 3, 4, kung kaya mo pang gawin yan 2, 1, or even better, wala, you're using a very effective Six Sigma method. But that doesn't happen incidentally. It's a continuous process. You're learning every time na magpatakbo ka, mag-implement ka ng project. Kung may nabawasan, out of 1 million, ano na lang yung mali? 20,000. Next time around, ano na lang? Naging 20 na lang. Next time around, 20, 2 na lang. Right? So Six Sigma is continuous process. Kaya nga sa Six Sigma, may belt. May belt sila, may belting system sila. Yellow belt, green belt, hindi ko lang alam yellow belt, green belt, then I think, I should know this. Ewan ko lang kung may brown belt sila, pero definitely pinakamataas black. Ako, as a professional, I'm at the green belt level na. Okay? So, again, continuous learning na naman. Right, so moving on sa General Electric, what they did was to apply Six Sigma and TQM. So again, with TQM, Total Quality Management, kada departments of GE, General Electric, which is a very big company, nag-apply sila ng Six Sigma method. Okay? So, naging malaking project to. So, imagine every department of a business undergoing Six Sigma, and this allowed them to apply rigorous data-driven analysis to identify and eliminate each defects. More importantly, they managed to streamline the process, continuously improve the quality, and efficiency across all operations. But this is the one thing that GE did very well. Sa ginawa nilang program na ito, at dahil naging effective, na-manage nilang gawing brand ito, GEQI, na nabenta nila sa ibang organization. So, kunwari, meron kang business, you want to undergo the same improvement program that GE did, GE will sell you this program, GEQI. So that's also notable. Another business is Nestle. What makes Nestle notable in TQM was that they involve their employees. Sa Nestle, malaking bagay ang involvement ng employee. Employees have a say with the production kasi syempre, pagkain ang pinag-uusapan natin. Quality food doesn't mean na yung final outcome is good, yun lang. Every step of the way, from raw ingredients being turned to this, being cooked to that, being shipped to this, an employee has oversight. Makikita niya kung may problema ba, they feed this data, and the data that they provide is very important kasi as managers, as the business owner of Nestle, hindi naman nila makikita lahat ng mga small parts moving, right? So the employee under Nestle, they're empowered to give their insight, their input, bottom-up approach. Now, in the Philippines, there are businesses that follow ISO. Familiar kayo with ISO? ISO 9000, 01, yung mga ganon na label, yung mga nakikita nyo sa mga produkto, ISO. Familiar kayo?
Hindi po.
Hindi po.
Hindi po.
O ngayon, magiging familiar na kayo. Pag may makikita kayong mga produkto, may label dyan nakalagay, ISO certified, ISO 9001, for example, ISO 1400 and ISO 2700 Sa madaling salita, ISO is an international organization. ISO, International Organization for Standardization. If you're a business in the Philippines, for example, in the Philippines, and you want to meet certification, na you meet these standards based on an international policy, you can get an ISO certification. For example, ISO 901, it's about, ano ba to? Dapat na po to eh. I think it's about quality, yes. Sa 1401, it's more in environmental management. Sa BPI, 2701 is about security and banking. Every functions, let's just say, function of a business, from cybersecurity to quality management, even sustainable efforts, mga CSR, has a certain ISO certificate standardization for that. And if you're a business and you want to stand out from your competition, you do your best to implement quality management. You do your best to implement some sort of TQM so you could get this standardization. So ISO may be a certification, but they are only given to organization who practices continuous improvement as well. So hindi ka mabipurkit na implement mo yung magandang electric distribution in the case of Meralco, may ISO ka na, hindi. Kailangan meron kang ginagawang effort of continuous improvement, of continuous learning. So again, that ISO, it goes back to the principles of TQM, continuous improvement. Alright, so syempre, pag mamayabang ko business ko, TQM naman sa akin at 4 to 6 MMA. At my small business, even though it's small, we implemented TQM, or hindi namin na-realize na TQM na pala yung ginagawa natin. We were implementing it by looking at the 4 functions of our service. Again, ang primary service ko before was fitness. And then we moved into peak performance coaching, nutrition, athletic nutrition, and now business-to-business improvement. So we applied TQM by looking at the 4 functions of our services. In service, if you're in the business of fitness, for example, the service does not happen dun lang sa point of service. Bago pa lang pumunta yung kliyente mo, kaya mo nang magbigay ng serbisyo. Pagkatapos ng pagbigay mo ng serbisyo, kaya mo pang magdagdag ng serbisyo. At by evaluating what works and what doesn't, that's also a service for your future customers. Diba? So how did we do this? We wanted to apply some sort of technological leverage to improve our process. Sa madaling salita, sa bawat proseso ng pagdadaanan ng customer, gusto namin lagyan ng something technological ba? Something technological that would further serve the customer, that would further empower the employee, feeling that they're in control of their business, optimize the process, and of course, by doing so, cyclically, we continuously improve the business. So it's not just about, serving the customer face-to-face. It's not about face-to-face. Kung gusto mo maging competitive as an on-site business, di lang face-to-face. You can serve them before, after, and even beyond. Okay? So taking into considerations about TQM, will help you as a whole. Alright, so again, dahil introduction to, and I keep on emphasizing the principles, now we focus on the principles piece by piece. Right? Going back to the core principle, it's customer focused. Okay? The customer is the primary end goal of the business. It's not just about profitability. Profitability is a goal. Pero under TQM, yung customer, yung quality of delivered goods or service to the customer is the end goal. By meeting their expectation, as you mentioned, and exceeding them. In this way, this attracts more customers and retain one. So under customer focused in TQM, yes, pwede ka magbenta sa 100 customer pero 10 lang ang na-retain mo, or pwede kang mag-satisfy ng 10 for today. And in the end, if they're satisfied, they return and they could potentially bring 90 more. Do you agree with this? Wala na,
Yes
nakatulog
po.
na class.
Yes po. Ikaw po.
Yes po.
Yan. So, principle lang naman sa TQM, sa madaling salita, hindi bagsakan. Hindi isang bagsakan na 100 customer agad, pero dahil ang pangit naman ang binigay mong servisyo, wala ka naman na-satisfy, 10 lang ang babalik. Kung sa TQM, kahit 10 lang ang bigyan mo ng servisyo, provided na nagustuhan nila, yung 10 na yan, babalik. More importantly, pag yan bumalik, malay mo, baka maghatak pa sila ng 90 more. Right? This is under the TQM principle. So, it's about sustainability and creating more experience value instead of a quick one-time profit. Isang bagsakan ba. TQM is about employee involvement, as I mentioned, right? Since it's total quality management, all employees are involved. Total, diba? From in a business, mula pa lang sa security guard, sa gate, hanggang sa delivery person na nagdadala ng item mo, lahat sila involved. Lahat sila may maiaambag sa buong proseso ng negosyo. Kasi isipin mo na lang, di ba, simula pa lang. Dahil lang, even the security, what you might think na onti lang ang contribution nila sa business. What if we have failed security? Hindi na compromise ng buong business, di ba? What if yung delivery person, yung magdadala ng goods mo, ang sama-sama ng attitude, malay mo, mag-reflect yung attitude niya doon sa quality ng product na binibigay mo. Diba? Mga bagay na kahit isipin mong maliit sa malayo, malaking epekto pa rin. So under TQM, all employees are involved. We involve them in training, in learning, and developing. Okay? Walang maliit na tao sa isang malaking organization. Alright? So yun nga. Again, na-mention ko yung employees being as internal clients. Employees, if you're not satisfied with your work, imagine mo na kung hindi ka masaya sa ginagawa mong trabaho, paano mo isa-satisfy ang mga customers mo? Okay, this is under the light of TQM. Yun na nga, pag hindi sila satisfied din sa trabaho na ginawa nila, pwede nila ibalik. Okay? So, yung other 3 principles of TQM, process optimization. Again, it looks at the parts of the business and how it contributes to the outcome, which is quality deliverables, yun ang hinahanap natin. And the quality of deliverables, yung quality ng deliverable natin, nanggagaling yan sa quality ng proseso. Right? Diba? Sabi nga nila, if you take care of the tree will take care of the fruits for you, not the other way around. Right? Saving you more time and money, if you tend to the tree than tending to the fruits. Kung alagaan mo ang puno, yung puno na mag-aalaga sa magiging prutas. Hindi mo na kailangan isa-isahin hindi mo na kailangan magbigay ng sobrang daming oras para i-quality check ang bawat prutas. Alagaan mo na yung mismong source. So this is process optimization. And continuous improvement, since it uses data, as mentioned, it uses a scientific approach to benchmark, plan, decide, assess. It uses learning and growth. Learning and growth is central to TQM. That's why kung titignan yung mga TQM materials, malaking bagay ang training at saka technological upgrading, very important in the business. Parang ginawa nga ng Toyota when it comes to continuous improvement. What Toyota did was to improve on improving. Galingan kung paano maging magaling. Yun, okay? And if you could do that, if you could, pay attention on how to improve, then you can control just about anything. You can control just about anything. Why? Kasi ang attention mo, imbis na sa mga bagay na wala sa sarili mo, ay nasa sarili mo lang. Mga bagay na kaya mong i-improve. Okay? Yung focus mo na sa'yo, at kung ang focus mo na sa'yo, yun lang yung mga bagay na gusto mo i-control. Right? For a business, if you're obviously you cannot control the market, you cannot control how customers react, how market trends will happen, you cannot control when the next economic crisis will happen, but you can control factors in your business. You could control the quality of goods that you do. You could control how you treat your people, for example. Okay. So far, any questions? Wala naman.
Wala naman.
Wala naman po.
Wala naman.
Okay. Sige. So ano muna tayo? Break muna. Magpapa-practice ako. Hindi pwede na salita lang ako ng salita. Gusto ko magsalita kayong lahat. Sasalita kayong lahat. Magsasalita kayong lahat. Hindi, tayo, mag-TTQM practice tayo. Just para mas ma-grasp niyo yung concept. So, according to my clock, it's 9:07. Break muna tayo for 5 minutes. Okay lang ba sa inyo? And then we'll return around 7:15. Is that good?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
yes po.
Okay. Break muna tayo. Break muna tayo. Alright. See you at 7:15.